What's the story, everybody? Welcome back to Coach Roddy's UFC breakdown. This weekend we've got a cracking fight. It's a big one, UFC 271, Adesanya versus Whittaker 2. So, looking back on their first fight, guys, we had Adesanya keeping it long and rangy as he does, faking, pulling, and trying to make Whittaker fire, make him miss, and crack him with the counters. Adesanya does that so well. We had Whittaker putting the pressure on, coming forward fast, trying to land those straight shots and trying to land the shots over the top. We know what the result was. Adesanya with a lovely check hook in the first round. Whittaker was saved by the bell. In the second round, he wasn't so lucky. Adesanya came in, pulled, landed the rear hook and then landed the lead hook to put Whittaker away. It was a fantastic fight, and both of the guys came in with serious game plans. I'd imagine they're going to do the same this time. I'm going to go through 3 options that I think Adesanya will have success with, and I'm going to go through 3 options that I think Whittaker is going to have success with in the fight. So let's get into it. Cheers. Okay guys, let's take a look at the 3 options that I think Whittaker will have success with over Adesanya in the fight. First thing, guys, is work the body and work the legs. Okay. Jay's going to play Adesanya. If you remember the first fight, every time Whittaker would come forward and fire shots, Adesanya would be pulling out of range and then firing the lead hook or the rear hook over the top. And he was catching him, frequent enough. He dropped him in the first and second round with it. So I'd like to see Adesanya Whittaker work the body. Okay, so come in, fake in, and as he pulls, I'd like to see maybe the jab to the body, right hand over the top. I'd like to see the right hand to the body, left hook over the top. Okay, hit the body first, find out where the range is, and then come back over the top and stop headhunting. Adesanya's one of the best in the world at pulling and countering. Work the body and also work the legs. Whittaker's brilliant at his right hand, and then fires the right head kick on the end of it. And we can work the right to the body and fire the right head kick. He has success with that all the time, but I'd like to see him actually work the legs instead. So coming in, firing 1 or 2, and Adesanya pulls back. Okay, I'm going to get him to chop that leg down. Okay, so pop, 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 boom. Off balance Adesanya. And make him think of different targets and not just the head. Technique number 2, I'd like to see him rolling after the shots. Okay, where Whittaker's light on his feet, bouncing, and he comes in fast. Okay, but when he finishes combination, he's kind of stuck there. And Adesanya, same again, he'll fake and he'll come over the top. So what I'd like to see him do is roll after that. So maybe he comes in with that double jab cross. I don't want to see him here and be cut out with that left hook. I want to see him roll that left hook, maybe fire to the body, maybe roll out and then fire the head kick on the end of it, but roll after coming forward. Adesanya's going to be pulling, swinging the lead and the rear hook. I'd like to see him rolling out to the left or rolling out to the right. Okay, and then last but not least, guys, is mix it up, mix up the range. We didn't see, I know Adesanya has phenomenal takedown defense, but Whittaker doesn't have to take him down, he just has to make him worry about the takedown. So coming in, popping shots, backing off as Adesanya enters in, level changing. Once he enters into the clinch, he doesn't have to walk too hard here. Okay, he can disengage and fire more shots again and just keep Adesanya guessing. Enter into the clinch, make him worry about the clinch, break and fire. Fake the takedown, make him worry about the takedown and fire it again. Okay, and I think if Whittaker can implement these 3 strategies, I think you'll have a lot more success in this fight. So that's Whittaker. Let's go back with Adesanya in a second. Let's take a look at the 3 options for Adesanya. I think you'll have a lot of success if he implements these 3 options. First one, keeping it long, as he fights as always, keeping it long and rangy. Okay, Whittaker's going to come forward fast, so I'd like to see Adesanya, working his rear push kick, working his teep. Okay, just implementing the oblique kick. They keep keep Whittaker at bay. So keep it long, keep it rangy, and implement those long weapons. So as Whittaker comes anywhere near him, he needs to keep the long weapons: lead hand, push kick, teep, oblique kick. Keep it in his face and stop Whittaker at that long range where Adesanya is going to have more and more success. So 1, keep it long and rangy. 2, be evasive, be elusive. He's so good at this. So even in the force fight, you know, Adesanya's switching stance and moving around and just throwing Whittaker on. Whittaker travels in straight lines, and as soon as Adesanya can get him off and make him track, boom, that's when he's going to be able to get Whittaker to walk onto shots. Every time Whittaker's going to look to set up his forward attack. Once Adesanya moves off the center line, Whittaker has to reset. So keep changing the stance, keep moving, keep your back off that cage, and let Whittaker walk onto the shots. And then last but not least is using your fakes and your check hooks. You know, Adesanya is one of the best in the world to get a good reaction out of it. He's so respected with a strike, and every fake gets a good reaction. So let's say it's the fake knee. What's usually going to happen is Whittaker's going to fire, he's going to pull, and then bang those big shots. Okay. He fakes with the hip. Whittaker gets ready to check, and he bangs that right straight down the pipe. So using your fakes, and then also if Whittaker's coming fast, the shots that he had all the success with in the first fight was those check hooks. So as Whittaker comes, checking out with that left, okay, checking out with the left and banging the right, bang, checking out with the right and banging the left. Keeping it long, keeping it rangy, and just, you know, implementing some of those strategies that he did in the first fight, the ones that he had so much success with. So that's 3 options for Whittaker, 3 options for Adesanya, and now let's sit down and talk about who I think is actually going to get the nod. Alright, cheers. Right guys, so who am I backing? I'm going to have to go with Izzy for this one. I just think he's came into his own. I don't think there's many people on planet Earth that can beat him when he's on his game. So I'm going to go with Izzy, round 3 for big KO or TKO finish. Guys, you have my prediction, so stick your predictions in the comment box below, and we'll touch base early next week and we'll see who gets it right. As always guys, if you can like and subscribe, share the videos, would be much appreciated, and it helps get the videos out there. So enjoy the fight, I know I will, and we'll touch base early next week. Cheers.